So was this the coldest that you've ever been?
This is the coldest I've ever been in Cleveland, Ohio. I don't care what, this is the coldest I've ever been in Cleveland, Ohio.
We went out yesterday just for the people who are staying out overnight. We're coming out again today to make sure that, they made it through the night okay, and we brought a nurse with us to check them for hypothermia and that sort of stuff. We'll again offer them shelter, but most of the time they'll want to stay outside.
I walk down to Tower City, sit down in the towers, hang out down there until, you find a place that's open.
They kick you out of there?
Yes, they do 7 to 7, 7 o'clock at night to 7 o'clock in the morning.
Most of the people who come in here, for a variety of reasons, will not go to our regular shelters. That's not putting down our regular shelters. There's different problems they may have, so they end up sleeping outside or in abandoned buildings or any place that they can find.
If it weren't for this place, I'll be froze tonight, dead. But people, you don't want to go there.
They could absolutely die out here, especially in a weather like this, in the below freezing. Yeah, it's definitely a possibility these guys could die out here.
That's why we provide emergency housing and we don't turn anybody away. I've been doing this for 13 years myself. Nobody's been turned away from this location. We bring everybody out of the cold. We don't care if they have to sit in the dining room, at least they're out of the cold.
We're one of the last cities in the United States that doesn't turn people away. So if you need shelter, we will find a place for you. You show up at the 2 main shelters and they will transport you, if there's no more space, to an open bed in the community. That's been a godsend for people, reducing the number of people who pass away because of the weather.
Come by and see about us, but don't nobody else bother them, but they care about us, whatever it may be and stuff like this. Anyhow.
Talk to me. Tell me, how long have you been on the street?
I've been on the street over 30 years, man.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm 64 years old.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Years been good to you.
Yeah.
There is a critical need for warm clothing, boots, coats, gloves, and just to be as supportive as we can. Hygiene products are very important as well. So toothbrush, toothpaste, soap, shampoo.
During the week, they got the shower house right here. You can go hang out right there. Sometimes, you got people gonna go take a shower if they want to. Hang out.
Where do you stay when you're not here? Where do you stay? You staying under bridges? You got abandoned houses? What are you doing?
Well, I used to stay right here under the bridge right here, right across the street from Malachi. But push come to shove, you got to just do what you got to do, just to try to survive.
They can come in here, they can get a meal, they can get a mat to sleep on, and we'll keep them overnight, give them a place that's safe.
How have you prepared for this?
Simply running our standard business, getting names out to people, putting a couple extra staff on, telling people in plenty of time that we are going to be open, so they know enough to come down here if they don't have a place to go.
We certainly go out on a regular basis and meet with homeless people, talk to them, go down to where they're living. There's tents, there's people who stay outside even in the worst weather, and we try to encourage them to come inside and seek some help.
When a shelter like this just pops open, it's because the people care. It's in their heart. It's not for any other reason but necessity, and they care about the people on the streets. They're good, loving people. They're not here to preach to you. They're not here to rehabilitate you. They're here to help you.
I basically, did something I shouldn't did. And the grace of God that, just be here. I choose to be here. It's not like I want to be here. I choose to be here. And the grace of God, thank God, I got 2100. If I don't know what to do.
How do you deal with the guy that won't come in? I mean, we're talking so cold, they may not make it through the night. How do you convince them?
At times we can convince, other times they're going to say no, but I'm going to have blankets in the rear end of my car. That's why if they don't want to come, I'm going to say at least take 2 or 3 layers of blankets so you can layer up to stay warm. And then we're going to go out and check on them. I have 2 or 3 guys that I'll be checking on regularly myself.
If I couldn't get in here, what I do, I try to stack up on me a bunch of blankets and quilts and stuff like that, just bundle up and just tie you up to keep warm.
It's not like being in that bundle all night. It's just,
all right.
What's that like?
It's depressing. You might get wet one night, you might not. You know, I woke up one morning, I was right here under the porch right there. I had snow all over my blanket. And I'm like, why it's so heavy? And I woke up and came from under the sleeping bag. It was pouring down snowing.
These are the donations over the last 2 days. People bring in, we have a list on our website of what we are looking for, mostly winter items. Blankets, tents, sleeping bags, plastic, water bottles, gloves, hats, winter coats, whatever we can distribute to those who are outside. We'll collect here and then give out to outreach workers to take out to those who are in need.
I'm doing the best I can. Anything she wants, anything, I get it for her. All right? I ain't gonna let her down. All right? That's my love of my life right there. I don't care what it is.
All right, Eddie.
All right, peace and love now. All right, okay, all right.
Stay warm, all right?
All right, I'm stay warm.
All right.
Well, normally we're here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 7 at night to 7 in the morning. When the weather gets bad and we've had a real bad spell, then we'll have what we call critical emergency nights opening during the week, 7 to 7. So we've been open now since the 23rd, and we'll go as long as we can, as long as we're needed.
It's tough. I mean, it's basically tough. It's a handful, you know. I just take it day by day right now. You know, the grace of God, you got this place.
Hypothermia and you know that frostbite, that sort of thing, and those things can happen pretty easily. We try to provide them with socks and gloves and hats and blankets and food and water and that sort of stuff. There's only so much we can do weather-wise.
A homeless person is not just the person you see on the street. It's potentially the person that's living from paycheck to paycheck or living with relatives or friends because they do not have the means or access to find affordable housing, as well as the family or children or parents who just lost their home for whatever reason.
The homeless situation in Greater Cleveland, I say there's a slight upturn, and it's due to the fact that it's hard to find jobs in downtown Cleveland or in Cleveland itself. You got to go out to the suburbs, and people that are homeless have a harder time getting out to the suburb jobs to get a job. That's why it's going to continue.